All right. We will start this up here. So welcome guys to some upper body specific class. So for this next round, we're going to change things up just a tad bit. We're still going to have, as usual, the goal of building strength. So the way we do that is by using our heavier dumbbells that we have available to us and you doing a shoulder, tricep, bicep exercise. We're trying to hit in that 8 to 12 rep range. So if we're getting way above 12 in the allotted 45 seconds that we're doing, then trying to go up in weight that you're using, if that's available to you. If you don't have other weights available to you, then you're really just going for repetitions, as many as you can do. But ideally that we have heavier weights to use. So dumbbells required for this class. And then the other part of this is we are really focused on tracking the weight and the reps that we get and progressing from week to week here. So if you haven't attended though before, good news, this is a new round. So you don't have any previous reps to go off of here. So starting fresh. So we'll just get into a warm up first, and then we'll go through the exercises, and then we will get started. So the first exercise, warm up exercise that we're going to do are YTs. So we're on our stomach here, and we are coming off the ground, Y position, and then coming into a T position. So we're thumbs down, and then extending upward. So we're just waking up our low back, our core. Waking up our shoulders as well. So like I said, 45 seconds of work after this warm up. And then you have a minute of rest in between the next exercise. So it's a lot of rest, but that's what we need if we're challenging ourselves adequately during that work period. A few more reps here. Let's do one more. All right. Next, we're going into just a bear crawl position. So we're just really waking up our core and shoulders some more. So our knees are just hovering off the ground. Our back is nice and flat here. Really engaging our core. And we're just holding this. Knees are hovering, not on the ground. A few more seconds here. All right, now let's go right from that into a dynamic world's greatest stretch. So our left foot comes forward, right hand planted. And then we are rotating upward, switching legs. Feeling my back crack. Hearing it too. So then as we're rotating, we are exhaling, using our breath here. So that's going to be a crucial component during these when we're challenging ourselves with heavier weights. Continuing to breathe. Starting to speed things up, starting to increase that range of motion. The last one here. And then last one, we're just going to wake up our forearms specifically. So our palms face the ground. And then we are either, this is good enough, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can lean back and forth. So just waking up, getting some blood flow to those forearms. Last stretch here. And we'll get into the strength portion. So there's a strength portion, which is that 45 seconds on, minute off. And then after that, it's kind of more of like a circuit style sort of burnout, where it's just 30 seconds consecutively without a rest of, again, a bicep, shoulder, and tricep exercise. Okay, so we're gonna switch things up. If you've been here before, we were doing what are called compound sets. So it's like bicep, 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 3 in a row. This time we're gonna do it, switch it up just a little bit, of going from shoulder to tricep to bicep, and then doing it that way instead. So you get a little more rest from that specific muscle group. Still should be very challenging during the work period, but we're just going to change it up. So this is more like supersetting, if you've heard that term before. So the exercises are, again, heavy weights, 8 to 12 reps. So make sure you have an adequate weight here. Just demoing. First is Arnold press. So we're here, we can be on our feet as well. And then we're rotating up. The dumbbells are always a little away from your chest to really provide some extra stimulus on those biceps. That's primarily a shoulder exercise. Next, tricep push-up. So this can be on your toes or your knees, or in a second, I'm gonna demo with a chair. So tricep push-ups, we're making a diamond with our hand, and then we are coming down. So that can be on your knees too. So modification, if you have a chair, this can also be done against the wall. So it could be elevated tricep push-up. So same thing. Have that correct configuration. That's a really tough exercise, so make sure to modify if you think you need to. This is all about building up, right? So don't need to start in that more advanced position. And then last one, by popular demand from that poll that I put out earlier, is that cross hammer curl. So we're here, kind of like regular hammer curls, but now we're just crossing, going to opposite shoulder. And that extra rotation really gets the long head, so it's like the bigger part of your bicep activated, as opposed to just your more traditional hammer curl. So again, shoulder, tricep to bicep, still a minute of rest in between each work period. Get some water, and here we go. So 45 seconds, starting with that Arnold press. Here we go. Let's do it. So I'm just going to go kneeling just to make sure I'm visible. So you're rotating upward. You're almost locking out at the top here. And then you're counting your reps. So you're not necessarily following along with me. Got about 5 seconds here. And relax. All right, minute rest. So in the meantime, track the weight you're using and the reps that you did. So I got exactly 12, so I'm still in that rep range. So in the meantime, we'll stretch it out here, just grabbing forearm, pulling it across. So you should want this rest, as I've mentioned before. So like the kind of the takeaway with strength training, work really hard during the work period, but then you need that long rest as well. All right, so now we're going into tricep push-ups. So using your chair, using a wall, knees, whatever you got to do. Here we go. So touching our chest down to our hand. So same thing on our knees. And then like still got 23 seconds here, shake it out. Kind of give yourselves a little reprieve, get back into it when you can. 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. And relax. Yeah, those are hard. Those are hard. So yeah, modifications, take little rests in between. All right, let's hit the tricep this time. So now we're just grabbing elbow, pulling it gently down our back. So next, go into those cross hammer curls. All right, switch up arms. So take as many rests as you need to in the work set itself. It kind of in general, less is better because that is really giving your body a proper stimulus if you can't do a ton of them. All right, here we go. Let's start it up. Cross hammer curls. So we're just cutting the amount of reps here in half. So if we did 16 total, that's 8. So it's at the lower end of that strength rep range. So it's almost like you get here and then you do like another little pulse towards that opposite shoulder. Kind of make it a fluid motion, but emphasize that last little pulse. All right, there we go. All right, and relax. All right, so that's round 1 complete. Write down your reps that you did. We'll stretch out forearms next. And if there's other stretches that you'd rather do, you can do those. The next, we're going into that Arnold press. And so just to keep things simple, if you got more than 12 in this previous first round, that's fine, just as long as you're not getting above 12 in the third round. So you're expected to most likely decrease a little bit as the rounds go on. Okay, here we go. Arnold press, round 2. So coming down a little bit away from our body. Tight core here. And then if you are standing, I recommend having a kind of staggered stance, just to take that pressure off your low back. So instead of here, 10 seconds. Ooh, keep it going, 7 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Oh yeah. All right, go ahead and track. So yeah, I went down to 10, which is to be expected. All right, a little shoulder stretch. Reaching across. Another one you can do is kind of leaning into our shoulder here on the ground. So like from this position, sort of here. Bringing your bicep towards the ground. 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Let's get ready. Choose your modification. 45 seconds. Here we go. 8 to 12 reps. So as I mentioned, use your breath here. So as you're pushing upward, powerful exhales. So really exaggerate those exhales as you push up. Oh, 15 seconds. Shake it out, shake it out. 10 seconds to go. And breathe. Relax. Oh. Those are tough. I'll tell you. All right. Little stretch in the triceps. Going to those cross hammer curls next. But these tricep push-ups are super hard, but there's such a compound movement because you're using your core, using your legs, your chest, and your triceps, of course. So really a great exercise, kind of like pull-ups. Like not just your back, but it gets your obliques, other parts of your body as well. All right, cross hammer curls. There we go. So kind of that little extra pulse there at the end towards that opposite shoulder. And still control this descent. So as we come up, instead of just kind of letting it drop down, really emphasizing slow and steady on the way down. And relax there. Definitely a better exercise for me, I think. All right. Hit those these forearms again. So another stretch we can do here, sort of a unique one. So we kind of point our fingers into the ground and then we collapse our fingers until we end up on our palms. And then going the same way here. So it's just really getting all of the smaller muscles of our forearms that start with our fingers, which is what we're doing. We're gripping with our fingers this whole time. All right, third round coming up. Arnold press. All right, here we go. Last one here. One of my knees. Here we go. So down, away from the body. Exhale upward. "20 seconds. Ooh, keep it up. Make sure we're relaxing jaw as well for this one, not clenching our teeth. Everything's nice and relaxed. 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. Last of those. All right, these blasted things. Tricep push-ups. Just stretching it out here. We can do this other one. We can go into a child's pose as well. Probably keeping your chest upright for keeping your lungs open. Whatever you're feeling. 15 seconds. And I saw there were comments, I think, in regards to these tricep push-ups. So I'll check those out in a sec. All right, 5 seconds. So using the wall to modify, chair, knees, whatever you got to do. Here we go. So diamond hand configuration. And exhale. 15 seconds. Shake it up, shake it up. All right. 5 seconds to go. Let's try to get one more in. Oh, yeah. All right. Jot down that reps plural. Hit those triceps. Then we're into our last exercise here, 35 seconds to go. So I check, keep it going. Yes. It's a good way of putting it. I hate those so good. Because you like the benefit. You just don't like doing it. All right, 15 seconds. All right, hammer curls. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. We're a slow descent here. You found that you've maybe got more than that 12 rep target. Try to make this the challenge then of as slow as you can go on the downward portion. So rotating across, reaching towards shoulder, last few seconds. Last one. Oh. All right. Jot down that weight here. Okay, so after a quick drink, encourage you to get some yourself. Next, a little superset here. So we're going to do 2 rounds of this. So it's 30 seconds per exercise consecutively. So bicep, shoulder, tricep. Take a little rest, and then we're going to do it one more time through. So the exercises are rear delt row. So bent knees. So this is important here. Bent knees to take pressure off your low back. And then it's a rear delt row. I'll show it from the other angle too. So we're here. And then we are bringing shoulders kind of in a angled, almost 90-degree position. So we're here. And we're coming up like so. So it's not a typical row of bringing them back behind. We're bringing elbows up and back. Next one, tricep chest press. So with our dumbbells here, dumbbells come overhead, and then our elbows are tucked in super tight to our chest, and then we are repping it out. And so likely the weight that we're going to be using are going to be lighter than we typically do with this. So going at a faster pace, probably still with control. And then last one. So we're alternating. One shoulder, one arm is isometrically holding it. Come all the way down here, here, and then just alternating. So one dumbbell is always being held statically. Should be fun. Okay. So 30 seconds each. Starting with that rear delt row. There we go. Let's get it. So we're not counting or tracking these. It's more just like our finisher kind of burnout round. Also can go alternating. So from here, so bend in the knees. Weight starting in our heel, take pressure off the low back. Last one. All right, and dropping, going right into that tricep press. Elbows tucked into our sides, just be grazing our sides each time. Ten seconds. And last one. And right from that into that static hammer curl. Oh my gosh, I can already feel it. So all the way down. Oh geez, keep it up. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And relax. Oh, all right. Little rest here, about 45 seconds. And then we're doing that all one more time. So stretch it out however you like here. Let's practice a couple of these physiological sighs as I've described. So that's double inhale through nose, long exhale through mouth. So we're extending the exhale through our mouth. Here we go. Follow along with me here. Extend those exhales. Last one. All right. Here we go. Let's get it. For sake of time, we're reducing them from 30 to 20 seconds. Here we go. Let's get after it, starting now. Rear delt row, 90 degrees here. I'm gonna alternate. All right, and relax. Coming down to those chest presses. Raising our sides here. Exhale as we come up. And last one. And last exercise of the day. Here we go. Static hammer curl. These are so gnarly. Oh my gosh. Keep it going. Last 5 seconds. Let's get a little more in. And we're done. Ooh, set down those weights. Final little stretch here. Kind of ran over just a bit here. So we'll go into that child's pose. Keep chest tall and upright. And then we're flipping hands back and forth. So palms face the ceiling. Palms face opposite wall. And then let me know if you've been here before, if you like the change of making more comp or supersets rather. So instead of like 3 bicep movements consecutively, changing up the order. or any other feedback. And then most importantly, what's harder, the tricep push-up or those static curls that we just did at the end? That's the real question. Okay, we will call that a day. So if you haven't been here before, there's a tracker attached to this calendar invite, so you can use that to track weights. Otherwise, you can just do old school pen and paper. But yeah, enjoy the day, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Sam.
Definitely. See you, Carl.